So I'm going to demonstrate with your right hand, and then you just transfer that over to the left hand. So you have your hand there. Make a gun shape, turn it around like that. So you're sitting with your hand, your right hand pointing to the left. Okay? Have your drumstick. You're going to place it across your finger in the last knuckle of your hand. So the last knuckle of your hand. See if you can balance it there. So that, you know, that's your first knuckle, second knuckle, the little one at the end. That's what I'm calling the last knuckle of your finger, of your index finger. One, first, second, third. So you're in the little one, and you've balanced your stick there. It doesn't have to balance there, I'm just doing that because I'm making a video and I'm supposed to do cool stuff like that. So there. What you're going to do is push your stick up until it is out of balance and it topples and it's bounced. I'm hitting the middle of my practice pad as always. We're going to move the stick around to look for the place where it bounces the most. That's pretty good there. See if I go too far up here, well that's far too, it's still too balanced, it's not bouncing at all. There's pretty good for me. Your stick might be different. Too far this way. It's bouncing a bit, but it's kind of out of control. That seems like the most. For me, I think it's about there. And we can do this. And sort of keep it steady. Don't worry if you can't do that, that doesn't matter, that's just another stupid trick that I do on this instructional video. So this is where you want it to be. That place is where you're gonna hold the drumstick and keep holding it there. That's how you find it. The place where it bounces a lot and it's still sort of in control. Here's too much. So I'm gonna pick there. Pick it up. Cradle it in the rest of my hand. I'm playing with this sort of technique. This is called German style, like German stick technique. This is French, and like this. You might play like this sometimes, like when you're playing the hi-hat. It'll be more like this. And if you're playing the snare drum, it'd probably be more like this. I think I play like this most of the time. German style. So that's my elbow pointing out the way. You can't really see that very well, can you? My elbow is out the way, making a triangle. This is making a triangle. Okay, and then you play from your wrist. Keep holding it between your finger and thumb. Hit in the middle of the practice pad from your wrist. Okay, so that's just a quick guide to that. You hold it between your finger and thumb, the rest of your hand cradles it, doesn't hold it too tight. You have to be holding it tight enough so you're not going to drop it. But you're not holding it in your fist. You're not squeezing it down this bottom bit. You're holding it mainly from the top. Okay, that's the basic guide to how you hold the drumstick. Alright, so we're going to do more of the holding the stick technique over the weeks, okay, which will complement doing your exercises on the practice pad, which I hope you get into doing. Practicing on a practice pad, it's actually, it's pretty good. It's quite a nice thing to do. It's quite a peaceful exercise. It's exercise. It's like playing drums, but it doesn't hurt your head at the same time. So it's good. So we're going to start with just doing paradiddles. Okay. Just to see what you do when you practice, how you build up speed and technique by practicing on the pad. So I'm just going to do it the way that I would do it, a little bit slower, so that you get an idea of what you're doing, and hopefully that you can take that on board and do it yourself. Okay. Okay. So how you set it up is up to you. I mean, you need a practice pad for this. I'll work on some alternative to it. I'm trying to get this off to show you that I've stuck it to the table with blue tack. My little practice pad here. I think that's a good tip. I happen to be holding the table up here with my legs because I don't have a snare stand or anything, so this seems like a good way, and also it's keeping it off the floor, which was making it sort of rattle. So you have to work on your own setup, try and get it as nice as possible so you can sit up straight and play so that it feels like you would be sitting at the drum kit, and that's a snare drum. Okay, so I'm going to play the way that I would practice if I was sitting by myself probably would be to go at I'm going to start at crotchets and go to quavers, then semi-quavers, until I reach the one which is kind of the fastest that I'm going to be able to do uncomfortably, and then I'll go back and forward between the two, so that I'm doing one which is comfortable to play. I could sort of play all day, and then going into the faster one and keeping that up. You have to keep it up. The point is to do it for a sustained period of time. You've got the option when you're doing this exercise of slowing down to the other speed which is comfortable for you, which you could, like I said before, just do all day. You could do that forever. The only thing that stops you from doing it would be boredom. And then do the faster double time one. For as long as you can. You're making it an automatic process. You're programming it into your muscle memory. You're programming it into your muscle memory so that if you do it enough, you can just turn it off and on and on and off. So I'll just do that for a bit and see what that looks like, sounds like. And this is 70 beats per minute. Okay. So that you might see over the course of the weeks that my technique gets better. Hopefully it does over the time that we're doing this. That's 70 beats per minute, so that might be your speed to do it at. You might want to go slower than that. You might want to go faster than that. I'm also doing accenting the first one of each paradiddle. So you can see my stick comes up higher for that one. Hopefully that'll be visually obvious as well as you being able to hear it. You might want to play just paradiddles for a while and then think about doing the accents there. That's up to you.